Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Lending. We find the best loan for your land. Western Heritage Consulting and Engineering. Envision, design, build. Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. And True Timber, the world's best-selling camo.
Welcome to Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Alan Treadwell. On this episode, we start in Wyoming, on a property tucked away in the quiet Dunwar Valley below Ramshorn Peak, before heading to California to check out a beautiful working cattle and equestrian property, and then it's back to Wyoming to check out some of the finest high country Wyoming has to offer. And finally, we wind up in Arizona, on a world-class horse facility, complete with amenities and beautiful Mediterranean ranch-style home. And while we showcase a few select listings on each episode, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties from coast to coast listed on HaydenOutdoors.com. Now let's head out west and take in the sights and experience the land of enchantment. Southern New Mexico, a landscape characterized by everything from its vast plains to beautiful forested mountain ranges. This area is rich in American history, and there's plenty of old towns that still display remnants of its wild western past. I was excited to get out there, see the area, and meet up with fellow Hayden agent Lori Jones. There are so many beautiful areas in New Mexico. Places you can truly feel secluded in such an iconic backdrop. And we were actually in town for a fundraising event the next day, and we took a quick ride around the property, hosting the event to get an idea of the beautiful landscape that New Mexico has to offer.
My goodness, Lori, what a beautiful ranch.
I told you guys you needed to come see me. This is spectacular.
Oh, you said you had a place to look at it from. This is the spot, isn't it?
It is amazing.
I mean, we're sitting over here looking over the arena. They're gonna have an awesome event there tomorrow. I mean, you got the El Capitan Mountains right in front of us, Sierra Blanca behind us, and both of those are super famous for large animals, whether it's elk or mule deer and even antelope. So I mean, as far as an outdoorsman's paradise, it doesn't get any better than this.
From outstanding big game hunting in the mountains and valleys to unmatched sunsets on the western horizon, wide open frontier to ride horseback and feel a part of the Old West. This is truly an iconic territory where one can live the Western lifestyle. And speaking of horses, I was excited to check out an event put on by the local community, all with the purpose to raise money and awareness for a great cause.
Oh my goodness, Lori, this looks great. How are you? This is wonderful here, huh?
Welcome to Capitan, New Mexico.
Yes, my goodness, look at the turnout that you have. How many riders is there here?
We've got over 100 in the open today.
Really?
And then we have 15 Ride for Hope racers.
Oh, so the Ride for Hope, they're going to be raising the money for cancer research, is that correct?
The whole event actually, but we invited the 15 girls to participate in an extra race, and it's 5,000 added, and they're actually riding for the cause. They've all done interviews stating why they're riding today. So you'll get to meet them in a little bit. They're going to come up on the stage and introduce themselves, and we'll have a Calcutta, which the whole day has just got some spectacular events going on. It'll be really fun.
Well, I'm excited to get in and watch these girls perform. Thanks so much for having us out.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Almost everyone has been impacted by cancer, whether directly or indirectly. It's a disease that's been studied by scientists around the world, and while there have been advancements in treatment and early detection, so much still remains undiscovered. And as you can imagine, it takes an extensive amount of funding to achieve any kind of breakthrough.
Raising money for cancer research is an investment, and it's a needed one. It's an investment in bright young scientists to provide them the opportunity to do the preliminary research and garner the preliminary data, which will enable them to then be funded by grants and those kind of things. 30% of the work typically has to be done before they can even be considered for an NCI or NIH grant.
It's a little bit tough for me to understand how big a deal rodeo and barrel racing is. From where I live, you know, they just don't do it, but there's 150 girls entered in this competition, ladies, and some of these horses are, I mean, that's the most incredible thing, is the love and the care and the training that goes into these horses to do what they do.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com. Outdoor Lending offers a consultative approach to farm and recreational land lending. With relationships in mind, Outdoor Lending's concierge service matches the lender with the appropriate lending partner. Outdoor Lending, where we find you the best loan for your land. Learn more at outdoorlending.com. Goodland, Kansas, 1976 is where it all began for Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Over 200 brokers and agents from coast to coast. We're still going strong. If you want to sell your farm, ranch, hunting property, needing a land valuation, or in the position to purchase your next property, give our team a call at 866-741-8323. That's 866-741-8323. Or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Hayden Outdoors is the brand that sells the land. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Western Heritage Consulting and Engineering. Envision, design, build.
Now let's head to Fremont County, Wyoming to check out a property agents Bill Vosick and Cody Jacks have listed, Ramshorn Peak Retreat.
Located only 13 miles from DuBois, Wyoming, below Ramshorn Peak, the Ramshorn Peak Retreat has tremendous 360-degree views sitting on nearly 42 acres. The land is gently sloped while the vegetation is high-elevation rangeland with scattered aspen stands and springs. A seasonal stream running through the lower elevations, complemented by the springs, offer water for wildlife and stock alike. The elevation ranges from 7,700 to 7,850 feet. The area is home to the largest summer range for elk, deer, and bighorn sheep in the Yellowstone region. With exceptional recreation both on the ranch and the surrounding areas, this is an opportunity you don't want to miss.
Now let's head to Calaveras County, California to check out a property agent Kevin Brunk has listed, Broken Arrow Ranch.
The Broken Arrow Ranch is located northeast of Farmington, California in the Milton Valley. The ranch offers 160 acres and is currently running cattle, but would also accommodate the horse lover with barns, stalls, and horse training facilities. The fully renovated farmhouse-style home boasts 1,600 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and has numerous custom features and expansive views of the ranch and beyond. This special property has several outbuildings, a second living dwelling, shop, horse barns, corrals, tack building, ponds, and a pool. Also included is a 9.6 kilowatt solar system, a water filtering system housed in a separate building, and a 4,000-gallon water storage tank, leaving little to be desired.
And finally, we're in Carbon County, Wyoming, to check out a property agent Lonnie Gustin has listed, Dripping Arrow Ranch.
The Dripping Arrow Ranch is 800 deeded acres sprawling across some of Wyoming's finest high country. The ranch shares a direct border with the National Forest and has direct access, giving you endless recreational opportunities. 3 separate creeks intersect the ranch, with beaver ponds and wet areas throughout, while a gravel pit on the northern edge of the ranch brings in good annual income along with grazing and hunting. The land consists of 800 deeded acres, being complemented by over 2,500 acres of state and BLM grazing leases. On the southern and eastern portions of the ranch, you will find aspen and pine-filled pockets intertwined by 3 creeks holding wildlife of all types. The creek flows into numerous ponds surrounded by willows and large rock outcroppings. The northern portion of the ranch breaks off into the rolling terrain with excellent water and grass, as the North Fork of the Savory Creek flows through this area, creating additional wildlife habitat. Areas of the ranch hold old homesteads along the creek bottoms, and frozen snowbanks several feet deep remain through a good portion of the summer on the north-facing banks, where the old-timers would keep their food cold throughout the hot summer months. The slow release of the snowbanks give the creeks a slow release of fresh water. There are plenty of good fishing opportunities on and off the property from a multitude of different sources. On the property, fishing for trout is very good in the small creeks and ponds, stretching the entirety of the deeded acreage. High Savory Reservoir is just a few miles away for great lake fishing and boating opportunities, and there are several other small creeks in the area that are ideal for the avid fisherman. There are hundreds of miles of UTV trails in the area to recreate on, as a lifetime of exploring is right outside your gate. Hunting opportunities on the ranch and surrounding lands are excellent for deer, elk, antelope, and grouse. The grazing potential is excellent with the state and BLM grazing allotments. There are many areas that are sub-irrigated by springs and creeks, so cattle don't have to move far for good feed and water. Typically, cattle are turned out sometime in early June and gathered in the early fall months. For a private qualified showing, call Lonnie Gustin today at 970-629-0520. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com. Introducing Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Get your own Hayden Outdoors branded gear for your life outdoors and more. Offering a variety of branded gear and apparel, from finely crafted clothing, handmade leather accessories, field bags, knives, hats, and more from popular brands like Orvis, Otterbox, Hook, Cool, and Filson. So go to HaydenOutdoors.com, pick up your collection of Hayden gear, and join the stampede. Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Ride for the brand. Resting in northeast Wyoming lies a cattle ranch that has hit the market for the first time in generations. The Old Sundance Road Ranch offers 15,534 deeded acres, located just a few miles west of Sundance in the shadows of the beautiful Black Hills region. This classic western ranch provides owners with historic improvements, including 3 farmhouses, barns, and cattle ranch buildings with excellent haying and grazing opportunities. Inyan-Cara Creek runs through the property and offers excellent water for livestock and wildlife alike. The property is well fenced and cross-fenced and has facilities for working cattle on site. Old Sundance offers excellent hunting for elk, both mule deer and white-tailed deer, turkeys, and small game. In addition, just 5 miles away lies Keyhole Reservoir that's known for amazing fishing and recreational opportunities. With great location, active cattle management, recreational opportunities, and beautiful views of ponderosa pine-covered hills, this multi-use ranch is second to none and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For a private tour of Old Sundance Road Ranch, contact Dax Hayden or Bill Vasick today or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Lending. We find the best loan for your land.
Now let's head to Cochise County, Arizona to check out a property agent DJ Calvin has listed, the Ever After Ranch.
I'm DJ Calvin with Hayden Outdoors. Represent Arizona. I'm also licensed in Colorado, and welcome to the Ever After Ranch.
What are you doing? What do you think?
I saw this property back in '97, and I looked at a lot of properties, but I wanted good footing for the horses, and there is no rocks here. I had a vision for a house and a barn and pastures, and I've always thought the most beautiful thing in the world is to see horses in a big green pasture under some big old mesquite trees living their life.
Well, the ranch is an equestrian property. It's 108 acres. It's got one main home, another home that we refer to as the foreman's house. It's got 2 casitas, 2 show barns, 12 pastures, and lots of water.
When Tara first had the water tested, the owner of the testing laboratory said, if you don't buy that property, I will. Our biggest problem is what do you do with all of it? And so we're taking in millions of gallons just from the rainwater. And our goal is to be a net positive versus what we use during the course of a year, so that we're not using the aquifer, we're actually putting it back in.
The location makes this property very special. It's very remote, very peaceful, very quiet. The property is located 10 miles north of Benson, Arizona, which Benson is about 45 minutes to the east of Tucson. The pastures, there's 12 of them. They're all laser leveled, perfect for the horses. It takes a lot of the rainwater that comes onto the property and levels them out. The property is perfectly set up for an equestrian property. That's the way it was designed, that's the way it's been run. But with the amount of water and the way the pastures are leveled, there's a very good possibility you could turn this into a farming operation or even a winery.
We have the main house here, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, the pool. The back patio is 2,500 square feet. We spent a lot of time out there. 2 guest houses here, 2 main show barns, a very large shop for all the tractors, hay barns, run-in sheds. It's a huge facility for a lot of nice horses. So the barn itself, like everything down here, it's all steel and concrete. The barn is open up here so that they get good flow through. We've got all the fans and everything, and then the best winds are blowing through.
I built it for somebody to come in, because I'm done with the reins. I'm handing the reins to somebody else, and I think this property would be fabulous for a breeding operation. Breed and raise and train, because everything is here. You don't have to go off the property to do anything.
You come out here and there's a sense of quietness, there's a sense of peace. You look up, there's mountains over there. You look up, there's mountains over there. There is this beauty here. I can walk out and any time of the day I can hear a different type of bird. In the mornings I'll hear the turkeys and they're doing their thing. We're just far enough, about 8 miles away from a little town, where I can hear the train whistle. And I'm thinking of an old Johnny Cash song. It's simple. And aren't the best things in life still simple?
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by True Timber, the world's best-selling camo.
It's what we've been waiting for all year. All the preparation, the early mornings and late nights. Hot, cold, wet or windy, Mother Nature isn't doing anyone any favors. From the piney woods of the south to the old-growth hardwoods of the east, through the ocean of Midwestern prairies and down deep into the marsh, you simply won't find more effective hunting camo. Gear for hunters, by hunters. Gear that works just as hard as those wearing it. Learn more about the world's best-selling camo at truetimber.com.
Your work is your ethic. Your handshake is your bond. Your word will outlive you. There's only so much you can leave behind in this life. Make your land your legacy. Landowners nationwide trust Western Heritage with their land enhancement and development. No matter what the project is, Western Heritage will make sure your future is in good hands. Your own. At Hayden Outdoors, we truly value our team of professional land brokers and agents. They are knowledgeable individuals, share our love of the land, and are dedicated to excellent work ethics and attention to detail. We are currently seeking experienced land professionals from coast to coast to join the Hayden team. If you believe you're a good fit, please contact us at 866-741-8323. We look forward to hearing from you. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Ride for Hope race. Here we go. These are our girls riding today. We're going to have them in the Calcutta. So, young lady, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you really quickly? What's your name?
Taylor Armenta. I am 11 years old, and
What's your horse's name?
he's got cat style.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go pick your number.
Right here.
Pick your draw.
My name is Fallon Jordan, and the horse that I'm going to run is Cutting Chicks Rule. And we're all here because we've all been touched in some way, shape, or form by somebody who we either had that's had cancer and we've lost them. And so this is such a great cause, and I'm just glad to be here with these ladies and each and every one of you guys, and thanks for putting it on.
You're welcome, and thank you for being here.
Doggone, had a good run going, a little tough luck. 18-184, but becomes a no time.
Boy, these girls are flying. They've got a couple of 17s already here.
Isn't that amazing?
This is pretty neat. These are the 15 girls doing the Ride for Hope. Help raise the money. They've auctioned them off to Calcutta. I mean, all these girls have been personally affected by cancer.
Yes, isn't it amazing? And they're putting their heart and souls into this.
Another nice run coming in, 17-6. Rider number 6, Sage Bennett. Come a running.
So Sage is our girl that Hayden is sponsoring. I bought her entry fee.
Going here for Sage. 19.107, 19.017 for Sage
Right.
Bennett.
It really is a privilege watching people who devote so much time and energy into a passion like these girls do with barrel racing. And to see them out here putting on a show for such a great cause is really encouraging. And little did we know, the youngest had a little trick up her sleeve.
Here comes that little girl,
Oh my goodness, look how little she is.
Taylor Armenta.
There she goes.
Oh, wow. I think she's gonna get them.
She's hanging in there close on those barrels. She's making good turns, huh?
Wow. She's really moving fast. I think we're in the race here.
Here she comes back. This looks fast to me.
Fast. Wow.
17.33, she's the new leader. There's only 3 or 4 left to go. She might win.
I think so. Incredible.
Little Taylor Armenta putting up the fastest time of the day. You know, I say it a lot at all these different events throughout the country, but I never get tired of seeing this sense of community and togetherness like what's going on here in rural New Mexico. Just a bunch of folks coming together to have a good time and, more importantly, make a difference. Whether it's to raise money for cancer research or simply supporting local business. This idea of helping each other out, leaving it better than you found it, and paying it forward. That's something we're 100% behind here at Hayden Outdoors, and something we love to be a part of anytime we get the chance.
Lori, what a wonderful event. This has been so much fun. Thank you for having us out.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming, and it's been a great day. I've enjoyed watching you guys film some of this, so it's been fun.
You know, I think there's a couple of cool things. Like the highlight of my day was watching little Miss Taylor win the Ride for Hope. Wasn't that cool?
See her again.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna see her in Vegas one of these days.
I agree.
And I know that just getting these people out here and seeing this landscape, and it's beautiful here. This place is amazing. You know, I mean, the big thanks for having us out here. This has just been wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful ride. Congratulations. What's your horse's name?
Thor.
Thor?
Yeah.
Thor did good, and I think you did even better, huh? How long you been riding horses?
Since I could probably sit up on a horse.
Yeah? I know the Ride for Hope was a pretty special ride, huh? What was your story?
I just don't really want people to have cancer. It's not really fair for them
Yeah.
to live like that. So, yeah.
Well, you did a great job, and I really
Thank you.
enjoyed riding.
Thanks.
We'd like to give a special thanks to the Ed Tinsley family and all the sponsors involved for putting on such a special event.
For more information on any of our great properties for sale, please call 866-741-8323 or visit us online at HaydenOutdoors.com.